Hi, and welcome. We're the Weasley sisters,
This is episode 255. I'm Naturally Nitty, also known as Jessica.
and I'm Alena, also known as Darn It. Today is January 15th, and this is our bi monthly podcast um, after a break of where we tried to do Vlogmas every day.
We did
So,
pretty okay. We
yeah,
we
we
did
did
it.
yeah, we faded off at the end of the month. But hey, not a problem. So, we're here today to podcast.
Yes. So grab your knitting, pull up a chair, and craft along with us.
Yeah.
Mojo, do you have any?
I do actually. I um finished Slytherin blanket. I have to find a picture because I mailed it off already.
Oh,
And you know, Christmas time is
Christmas.
crazy. So there was all the Christmas things. I finished the blanket. Cannot find it. There we go.
Other way.
There we go. And
Fun.
I mailed it off to someone. It was a comfort blanket. And then I don't know if I talked about this, but remember I had made one, but it was too small. I made one of those. It's not in the show notes.
It was too big.
Yeah, that's what I meant. It was too big, and now I made it so it fits her. I don't know if she actually wears it, but whatever. And then I also made a mug jacket.
Other way. Oh yeah, I saw that.
Let me show you it on the. So it was like on
Hmm.
a mug. Let me show you a better picture. There we go. So like mug for um that. And then I also made these high top slippers, which I could have brought them down because she doesn't really wear them. But those were like the fourth iteration of the slippers. So I had made a bottom and got started, and then I measured it, and it was just way too small. In that I got gauge, and then I made this one, and then I had Madison try it on, which she's closer in size to Bella's foot than me, and it fits Madison. They'll wear size 10 women. So this one was too small. And I had already made the other sole. So I need to finish this for Madison. But I'm kind of annoyed with the pattern. And then I made the ones for Bella, and they're like really wide on her, but they're slippers, so it's not a big deal. Um, Here's another picture. They're pretty cool. And I had puffy paint. I put puffy paint on the bottom so they would not slip. But she doesn't really wear them. But I made them for her because she wanted custom Converse slippers for Christmas, and I like put a check in there with it, so she could like buy her things. So
Converse shoes, not Converse slippers.
yeah, that's what I meant. So I made her the slippers so she actually had something to open other than a check. And then I finished kind of this baby onesie.
Hmm.
Um, and I've got these cute little buttons. I need to actually sew the buttons on and sew in the ends
Those are
for
cute.
detention. So I got these little teddy bear buttons to go on it. So it'll be really cute. And then that's all that I finished. So this is kind of a whip, but it's pretty much done. Like the knitting part is done.
Yeah, that's cool. Um,
So that's all that I finished.
I made more hats. If you can believe, I'm I'm past being sick of them. Where like it's just the easiest thing to make when I didn't have anything to make. Like I was just gonna make them. So Gabe didn't have any hats. Like he'd go off to school or to work, and I'd be like, "Where's your hat?" He's like, "I don't have any." So I was like, "Fine, I'll make him some plain hats." So I made him a barley hat,
Cool.
just out of that acrylic, so that if he loses it, I really don't care, because he's a teenager and he's forgetful and he loses things. So I made that one. Oops. I had to go searching in his room for it. And then I made another one that is not a barley hat, but it's garter stitch.
Oh, cool.
So it's like stretchy, but it's just all garter stitch all the way around. That was kind of fun to make. And like it would even fit me. Like it's like just a little whatever. But yeah, so I made those two for him just so he can have something to throw in his backpack or to put in his coat for work or whatever, because it's cold here in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
And then I continued to make more hats. I made kind of one of these, but it doesn't have the fold over brim. It's just a rib, not, I can't even think. Provisional, not the provisional cast on where it's like doubly thick. It's just one layer. Anyways, so I made one of those because I was going away for the weekend with a bunch of students for our youth group, and I thought I'd bring some extra hats just in case kids didn't have them or lost them or whatever. And then I made this one too, and I kind of just went and made up my own little pattern for it.
Cool.
Which it has some cables going on and then just seed stitch in the middle. And I have one more on the needles, but I think I left that project bag in the car. I don't know. It's somewhere. So that's what I've been doing.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
So, not hilarious. It's like you are like the hat person.
Yeah, I guess so.
So, works in progress. Are you having anything other than hats on your needle?
I started a shawl.
Oh, cool.
I was going away for the weekend and I'm like, I need something small and portable. And as much as I love those hats that they're so easy, the yarn that I have is the pound of love, not pound of love.
Yeah.
Whatever, the big pound of Karen, 1 pound, I forget what it's called. It's giant, so it's like not, put in a small product bag type of thing. So I have this in my cute little owl bag from Star Knits. But yeah, so this yarn was some Rolags that I made last Christmas and spun up for, I think, like the December spin along with Cheryl at the 1964 Shepherdess.
I think it's 1776.
I always get the number wrong. She's
Yeah.
a shepherdess, and her name is Cheryl. She's awesome.
She does the spin fit 15 a day.
Yeah, spin 15 a day. Anyway, so I did that with this. So it's mainly this gold color, but then with little bits of stuff coming through. I think I have like 500 and some odd yards, and I'm just going to it. I'm doing the boneyard shawl because it was easy, and I've done it before, and I didn't have to think. It's basically just a triangle, and then every 12th row you knit on the purl side, so it creates a bump row.
Cool.
Simple.
I think you've made that before.
I have a lot of times, but it's easy and mindless, and I liked it. And this is how much I did over the weekend, which is a lot.
That is a lot.
Yeah. So that's all I'm working on.
I have a lot of things that I'm working on.
Busy.
So I am. I have Bella's sweater that I'm still working on. I'm like right here. Like I divided for the placard deck, and I'm just knitting back and forth, and I'm bored with it. So it's sitting in the car for like if I forget my knitting, it's in the car. I've been carrying around when I need a small project these socks, and I have turned the heels. Not turn the heels because they're short row heels. So I have done the heels, and I'm now knitting in the round again. So these are just socks that are going around, which the Zombie Knit Apocalypse I am going to be vending and this year, and they're doing a January sock knit along, but you had to have started it in January, and I am not a month knitter of socks anymore. So I'm knitting along with them in spirit, but it won't count for any of their fantastical points or whatever. And I showed you the baby onesie. Oh, and so I got on the ball this month and proposed a detention owl.
Wow. I'm impressed.
I usually try to. Last winter term, I kind of just didn't. This one I did. So what I did is I just pulled out do you remember my newt, my king sock yarn blanket? I just pulled it out and said, I want to finish this. I'm not sure if I'll be able to, but because it's a lot of knitting. So I measured it. I have all the notes in my project page on Ravelry, and I measured it, and it's as wide as I want it to be, but it's like only a third of the way tall as I need it to be. So I proposed that on the 1st, and I got approved like the next day. Like it was really quick. So I've been knitting on that for this, taking it around and knitting it. Like I am using one of my newer extra large wide bags. And so it fits in there. And so I've been taking it with me, like when we go take Madison to baby appointments, which there are many of. And then I'm putting like a marker on all the ones that I've done. And then I'm just going to see where I'm at. So I did a whole bunch. So nice. I'll show you. Like, see all those? There's a bunch. And I did a couple of the big ones, which are like 4 squares in one. And then I started on the next row. So like I had, when I started, it was like about 2 feet tall. And then part of it was not that far. So that's what I knit. I knit it all up, and it's all now
even across.
Yeah. And then I started another row over here. So I am working on some more now. And it's like pretty easy to knit. I'm not sure if I'll even finish it, but I will get more done. I'm just like sick of it not being done. And but yeah, so it's like really awesome.
It is. Progress is progress. I think that's really awesome.
Yeah. So, and I mean, I had thought about doing all of my sweaters, but the last couple of detention owls that I proposed were sweaters, and I just didn't finish them. And I'm kind of like not in the mood for sweaters because I keep adding sweaters and not finishing them. I don't know. So I did that. And then did you see that the orders this year you can do cold case files? So if you turned an order in, sorry, I'm like tangled, an order in for 25%, and you never finished it, you can propose to revive your cold case file and do like a detention owl, not a detention owl, a detention order mission. So I got on the ball again and did that. I went through like most of the sweaters that I have, like this sweater for Bella was an order mission, not finished, but I'm like kind of sick of it, so I didn't propose that. So what I proposed is to finish Andy's sweater vest. So I have like most of the back done. I just have to do the sides and the sleeves. Well, they're not really sleeves, like the armbands, the button band, and the sides, all that stuff. And I have to finish the top part.
Question.
What?
Question. How long are proposals open till?
They're open from now until I don't know.
I haven't been.
It just opened on the 9th, though, so you're okay.
A little bit of time.
I don't know the exact date, but for the order mission, you have to have a celebratory project. And I said, basically, this vest is more than an order mission when I started, which is why I never finished it. So I proposed to do the Jillian Moreno spin along. She basically is having you take a 4-ounce bump of fiber, like a variegated one, which I have to pick one out if it gets approved. And then you divide it into 4, and then you spin it 4 different ways, just to see how color plays with how when you spin.
That's fun, yeah.
So Laura of the Knit Girls, was talking about it in the spinning thread, and I went and looked at it. I'm like, oh, that sounds like fun. So I proposed that to be my celebratory project. If my order mission gets approved, which I'm hoping it does. So those are all my works in progress.
That's crazy and awesome.
Yeah, I've been crazy busy.
I have not read or proposed or done anything. I
Yeah.
feel like a big fat bum.
Yeah.
But not
well,
really,
I have.
because I had a toothache and I was like out of
Yeah.
commission since Christmas. So
Well, and I don't know. You pretty much finish most of your stuff. Your owls. You're not like me and a
oh yeah,
slacker that don't finish.
I have all the owls done. I'm a mistress.
Well, so am I. I mean, you don't finish. Like a lot of my stuff is stuff that I've never finished. Like I failed my owl, or I failed my order mission, or I failed my newt. So that's why I have all of these unfinished projects.
Right. I hear you.
So, yeah. So you spin me right round.
Yes.
Spinning anything?
Not currently. But I can't remember if I showed you guys this finished mashup that I did.
You
I
did not.
I had done the first half, like I think I did it for Tour de Fleece, and then I spun the second half over the last term, and I can't remember if I showed it or not. But yeah, so here it is in all its awesome glory. This one I took, I think it was 5 different braids of fiber. 2 of them were the same colorway, but I split them up into 6 different bags, I'll say, evenly, and then I made tiny little balls of them and just randomly spun 6 bobbins, and then applied 3 together. So it's a true 3 ply, and then 3 together, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there was no method like fractal or anything like that. It was just spin them together. And
That's fun.
I like how it turned out. They're all a little bit different, obviously. But yeah, they're cool. I would probably say fingering to sport weight by the look and feel of it. So now I need to find a sweater and make it.
I have a ton in my queue.
I have other mashups in the works, which are not like, I'm not planned for mashups. I have other fiber ready to be a mashup. So that's probably what I'll start next. But like I said, I've just been so busy with life and Christmas, which I mean, it's already the 14th already. So, or 15th, is it the 15th?
Today's the 15th.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't know where time has gone.
I really know. Don't. It is crazy. Yeah. Though I did start spinning on my another skein of my 3-ply Cormo that I'm spinning.
Yeah. For this
this is my second bobbin. So I do a true 3-ply. So I have 1 full bobbin. And then I spin 2 more. It takes me about the whole month spinning and plying for that one skein, but that's mainly because I don't spin on it all the time.
Right, and that's 3 bobbins, so that's a little more than a regular skein.
Because so I have that spinning. My goal. So we're moderators in the Slytherin Spinning Lounge now, so you can come
button gear
and talk to us. It's okay. It's totally low key. And I did a little intro and I was like, what are your goals, spinning goals? And my one is to spin up more of the shave 'em to save 'em wool yarns, or fibers, because I have a whole box full of them. I just need to spin it up.
Yeah.
I've been like lazy. So that's my goal, to actually work through more of them, because I only finished 1, I think. And I cleaned a whole bunch last term for my alchemy owl. Or maybe that was 2 terms ago. I don't remember. I think it was 2 terms ago. And so then this one, if I can just start spinning them up and I can turn them into classes and stuff.
Very cool.
So that's what I'm doing spinning wise.
I don't know what my goal would be. Maybe to do another mashup.
That's fun.
'Cause
So I have to like knit my last mashup still.
I have a couple mashups all spun that I have not knit,
Yeah.
but that's okay.
So weaving. Anything weaving wise?
No.
You wove that.
Yeah, but I shared it during Vlogmas.
Oh, that's true.
It was a scarf. I could find pictures if you want.
I got a pendant reed for Christmas. That was like the only thing I got, like my Christmas present. So I can do that same sort of thing with hand spun.
Yeah.
Though I did just spend last night and today warping up the loom for Bella. I'm gonna make her a wrap. She's going to the dance this Saturday. Oh yeah, there's your.
So yeah, that's the scarf that I did. Sorry. And there it is, kind of rolled up
That looks really cool.
on itself.
So you have, so I got that pendant reed to use all my hand spun. So you really don't plan that. You just warp and go.
Nope, I just kind of go with what I'm feeling at the time.
Okay.
Sorry, is that not helpful?
No, it's gonna look so bad when I do.
So okay, so go little, big, little, big, medium, little, big, little, random, but like sort of planned.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. So like I said, I just warped up for Bella, and I'm using. So years and years ago, like at the beginning of the House Cup, I proposed this owl or newt. I don't remember which. I think it was probably an owl. To design these socks with black and white, and they would have a dragon going up your leg, and they would be in that garter.
Oh, the shadow thing?
Yeah, and I got it up to like the knee, and then or the calf, and I was just like not feeling it, and I never finished, and so that has been sitting around forever. So I finally frogged it, and I'm using the black and white yarn from there, and I have some black hand spun, I have red hand spun, and then I have some red Malabrigo, and then I had this like gray mohair, which is so fuzzy. I hate it. But I'm making this wrap for Bella for her dance that she's going to on Saturday. So I should be done. And I warped it up yesterday, and I started weaving today. I'm just doing a 2-2 twill, and it's like all different red and black and gray and white colors. So I'm hoping it turns out. And I finish it in time. So
the thing goes fast when the warping is the worst part for me anyways. Like it's no fun.
And with my floor loom, it takes forever because I have to warp it on the warping board and then tie it on. And I think some of it didn't work. I don't know. I mean, I'm still new at it, so I'm really, really slow at that. So, but yeah, I don't have a picture of it, and I was just typing it into Ravelry so I could know how much yardage I'm using. Even though I'm using in Slytherin, we have warp weavers, I think is what it's called, where we talk about weaving, and Minsu has a calculator
spreadsheet
on Google Plus that she shared with everyone to use, and she was teaching me how to use it because I could not for the life of me figure it out.
So did you figure it out?
Yeah, she walked me through it, and now I fully get it. So I was able to figure out if I would have enough yarn for this. So I think I do. I'm pretty sure I do. But yeah, so that is warp weaving.
That's awesome.
I don't have any pictures of it though. So
I have to pick your brain about it then, like to use that calculator, because I couldn't figure it out on my own anyway.
So it helps with you to figure out the width and how much like what you basically need to know is how long you want it to be, and then like your DPI and EPI and stuff like that. And then it figures out the rest. And then you just kind of play around with the yardage a little bit till it's the width you want. So that's what I did.
Very cool.
Yeah. So anyways, that's leaving. Next we have binging. Have you been binging on anything?
Yeah, we watched the 3rd season of Anne with an E.
So good.
It was good. What else?
I watched it too, and I am a little annoyed that it's the last season.
There's not going to be more?
No. And they didn't end. So they had her, and she met some of the indigenous people, and they didn't finish that storyline. No, that's the last season.
Now I'm upset because I was like, oh, they have to have more because you didn't know what happened to Coquette.
Yeah, so it helped. It totally pissed me off that they didn't finish that. And like Bella was like so upset. She's like, they can't do that. I'm like, they did. This is not like.
That's not okay.
She was like so mad at the whole thing. I mean, of course I was mad too, but she was like mad. They can't do it. I'm like, they did it. This is why it's in the show because it happened, and that's really sad.
Really sad.
It's horrible. And but anyways, so yeah, I have issues with that. But we did watch that, and we also watched the Lost in Space season 2.
Yeah, so we were we're just starting. Finally, we watched like the first 2 episodes like a while back, and then other things took over. So we're just watching the first season so far of Lost in Space. Yeah. We also watched, which I didn't write down, Raising Dion. Have you seen that one?
It keeps popping up. I haven't watched it.
Dawn was talking about it, so I'm like, okay. It's cute. It's good. It's a little sci-fi. It was worth it. The kids liked it. What else did we watch? I forget. I can't think. I think we watched Avengers. We're like slowly working our way through the Marvels. And yeah, just a lot of other random movies here and there. But shows wise, that's what we were watching.
Yeah.
What about
you? So I've been watching Night Shift, Van Helsing, Eureka, The Mentalist, Soundtrack, Doctor Who, and Private Practice. That's what we've been watching. So there's certain things that I watch when Bella's around, and
so
certain things I don't.
Private Practice, but you won't finish Grey's because you know that's a spinoff, right?
I do, but I am like on the 7th or 8th season of Grey's, so Private Practice has already started. So I'm like,
okay,
I'm okay. No, I watch some of Grey's, but I can only watch like a few episodes before I'm like, oh my gosh.
You're funny.
And then people were posting like pictures on Facebook about whatever happened just recently, and I'm kind of annoyed because it's all spoiled.
Oh, I don't even go on Facebook much, so.
But yeah, but like there's certain stuff that I'll watch, like The Mentalist or Eureka when Bella's home. Like Van Helsing, I don't watch when she's around because she wouldn't like that, and that would give her nightmares. But I've been like binge watching that, and then I'm waiting for all the new seasons to start back up again. Not new seasons, like the second half of the seasons, like 911, Supernatural, The Walking Dead, The Magicians, and Nancy Drew is what I'm waiting on.
Okay.
But we finished Lost in Space, Masked Singer, Anne with an E, and I finished The Witcher, which was so good.
It keeps popping up, but I'm like,
like good. I mean, it's not for kids. But I watched it myself.
I just don't have a lot of time to watch TV anymore. Like by the time nighttime comes around, when I would normally watch things on my own, I go to bed.
Yeah. So, well, we had like a weird month because Andy was off. Like he just went back to work. You know, because working at a college, they have off for the
I forgot about that
winter. So he was off. So he was around, and it's hard to work when the family's around. So we would watch stuff. So that's why, I mean, I'm sure my binging is going to go down and my book reading is going to go back up. So, for books, I finished, It Takes a Witch. It's like, QC, like Wishcraft is the series. And then I'm reading Half Off Ragnarok. And I made another reading challenge on Goodreads. You can make a reading challenge. Last year, I said I wanted to read 100 books, and I only read I only read 57, I think, or 56. So I didn't make my goal, but I made the same goal for this year in 2020 to read 100 books. So we'll see how that goes. It's already telling me I'm way behind because I need to read 2 books a week, it says.
Basically, yeah.
Which I'm okay with, but I'm reading Half Off Ragnarok, which is the third book in the cryptozoology books, I think is what they're called.
Okay.
By Shannon McGuire, who's also Mira Grant. So, like, this is her fantasy, not horror persona writing. I don't know which is her real name.
And you're liking it, right?
Yeah, I do like it. It's like a urban fantasy book. So yeah, I like that. I'm sure my readings will go back up once everyone goes back to work and I can work again. Not that I'm not working, because I am working at Starbucks and trying to do all the stuff for my shows. So yeah, I've been tired. So yeah, randomness.
I didn't write anything down for this, so my pod or links are probably, I haven't even looked at it. Not up to date, but no, it's just been crazy. Like I said, I had a toothache and a root canal, and then it totally didn't. I don't know if I have like some low tolerance to pain. Normally, I think I'm pretty okay with it, but the mouth pain is not fun. Like it was all up the side of my jaw that it was hurting. I was like icing and heating and taking Tylenol and ibuprofen like every 2 hours for like, I feel like it was forever.
Well, because tooth pain, not only that, it goes into your ear and then it goes into your head.
My ear was hurting. Like there were nights it would wake me up at like 2 or 4, like, or both in the morning, and I'd get up and take stuff and like not be able to sleep. It was the worst. And it just started like right before Christmas. I finally got in and had a root canal on the 31st. I thought that would be it because, you know, once they kill the nerve or whatever, you shouldn't feel it.
It's supposed to.
Right. Well, that didn't happen to me. So like it was finally last Wednesday that I could like I don't know, not take the max amount of Tylenol and ibuprofen every 2 hours. Like I was like kind of cutting it back a little bit. And like now I'm pretty much okay. Like I think I take one in the morning and one at night just to sleep. But it was crazy. Like, so I didn't do much of anything. And then last week I even asked off of work because I was working through the pain, but like I asked off, I'm like, I just need to rest and do nothing. So I kind of like laid around and slept.
Which is probably what helped you heal faster.
I think so. Cause like, you know, you guys were all here during Christmas and it's just crazy and like go, go, go. And I was just pushing through it. So I'm sure that didn't help. But anyways, I'm feeling loads better, which I'm thankful for. And then actually last weekend, thankfully, because I was better, I went on the kids' youth group retreat. They go up to a camp, and it was crazy and lots of fun. But I'm like on lack of sleep from that now. I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's been my 2020 so far.
So we've been super busy as well. We went to Goodwill. What was it, Monday? Because Bella has a formal this weekend, and so we went to like a bunch of different Goodwills and Salvation Armies and stuff to find a dress because that's how we roll. You know, instead of buying a really expensive dress, you just buy a used one. So we went to 3 different ones, and we found one at the last one that she really liked, and which is why I'm making a wrap for it because it's red and black, and it's like sleeveless. So, and it's winter. Yeah. But anyways, but while we were there, I found that. So I have one of those little Mr. Coffee espresso makers, and the craft part broke. And so I couldn't put the right amount of water in. I mean, you could put water in, but I wasn't sure of how much to put in and when to start frothing and all that stuff. Because it's not like a super cool espresso maker. It's just a little, the little ones. And I found one, or I should say Andy found one because we were looking. They have like rows and rows of like dishes and glassware and stuff. And Andy like, oh, here. And he like pulls it out of the back. And so I took it up. It didn't have a sticker on it, but she's like, oh, I'll give it to you for 50 cents. I was like, okay. So it was exciting.
That is exciting.
It's exciting to find things like that. But yeah. But we've been going to appointments for Madison like every week now. Because yeah, it's coming down to the end.
Yeah.
Now I'm starting to stress like when she has the baby, I hope I don't have to be at work. Like I'll have to call in. Like I told my manager when she was due and that she was on track. But I'm like, I'm her birthing partner, so I just want you to be aware there might be a time when I just don't come in.
Right.
I mean, I would call, but you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, there might be a time where I need someone to cover for my shift.
Really cool with that. I mean, you've been picking up a lot of shifts for other people though, too. So
yeah, I try to because they have been scheduling me like less, and then I changed my hours so I would only work in the morning, so Madison could work in the afternoons and evenings. So I changed my hours, but before that went into effect, I got my schedule. So I have like 2 days this week and 2 days next week, and then the next week I have 4 days. It's like insane. Like there's no happy medium. Like I could just do 3 days a week, it'd be fine. But it's like changes every week, so it's like a little crazy.
That is.
But I think it'll be okay. The ultrasounds are showing she's like on point. The baby's on point for her due date, so everything's fine. We're just like down to the end,
right?
Of waiting.
Months, like 3?
Yeah. February 5th.
Yeah. Which is Chloe's birthday, and she really wants to have a birthday buddy. So get on.
Well, yeah. So, and I told my the store manager, like, that's her due date, and they're saying it's on time. I'm like, but who knows with that? I just told her, I'm like, I'm not sure how to ask off for that because you never know with a baby. Yeah. So I'm like, I just want you to be aware that this is her due date and I am her birthing partner. Like, I mean, I just made them aware because I don't know if there's anything else I can do.
Not really. You can't really plan for that.
So yeah, but that's exciting and
crazy.
It's like crazy.
All right. Okay.
I think we are at the end of our podcast.
Yeah.
We will see you guys in 2 weeks, hopefully. I hope you guys are all caught up from Christmas and you're like way better at keeping on top of things than we are. So we will talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.